It was a massive recruiting weekend for Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs, who hosted some of their top defensive line targets on campus for official visits this weekend. They also had some of the top 2024 prospects in the country in town to take in the Find Kirby Smart scavenger hunt that they do every year. Kirby Smart goes all across campus. The prospects, their families come to town. They answer a whole bunch of questions, go through town, through the campus, see everything that Georgia has to offer. And at the very end, they find Coach Smart somewhere. They take a big picture. It's a big deal. They do it every year. And this year they had some of the nation's top prospects on campus. And I spoke with one of them, five-star Jayden Wayne, who told me after the fact that Georgia is definitely at the top of his list. So, a lot of guys say this after visits, this and that, but I do think that Georgia has a real chance to land him. He's the number one player in the state of Washington. Big 6'4", 245-pound edge defender, can get after the passer. Was in Athens last fall to taking the Charleston Southern game on senior day, was back with his parents for G-Day last month, and now, he's back again for his official visit just a month later. So that tells you how much he likes Georgia. They are very high on him. The country nationwide is loaded with top edge defenders and defensive linemen. So Georgia's going to bring in a very good group. And this weekend was the one where they wanted to knock it out of the park. They had three of their top guys, again, on campus, Jayden Wayne being one of them, who told me that Georgia leads for him now, essentially saying they're definitely on top of his recruitment. But Sydir Mitchell is a guy from New Jersey, 6'6", 330 pounds, a guy you want in the middle, taking up blocks, clogging the run lane. He was there for his official visit as well. That could come down to Georgia and Texas A&M. I like where Georgia sits with him right now. Deshaun Womack from St. Francis Academy, one of the best programs in Maryland, always pumps out big-time prospects. And some of them have gone to Georgia in recent memory. And Womack is a guy who, someone close to the program actually reached out to me and said, hey, retweet his stuff on Twitter. We want him to feel the love from the Georgia fans. This is a guy that we want. We want him to be excited about Bulldog country and the large fan base and everything they have going on. So they're after these guys hard, and they're three out-of-state guys. Again, one from Washington State, one from New Jersey, one from Maryland. They'll host more in-state guys in the month of June, which is going to be absolutely massive. We've got lots of stories over on Dog Post about the top prospects coming in June. And that first week, of course, you have Arch Manning, Caleb Downs, Justice Haynes, Pierce Spurlin, and a lot of other guys. So make sure you're on Dog Post getting the update there. But this weekend was all about really these three defensive line targets in the 23 class. But in 24, you had Sammy Brown, the best player in the state of Georgia in the 24 class, in my opinion, in my rankings. They like him at linebacker, 6'2", 220 pounds. He's a weight room warrior, can lift, benches 350, squats 500, cleans 300 plus, right? He's a track star, runs a 10.7 in the 100 meter. The kid can do it all. He's incredibly bright, smart young man, runs the football. He can run by you, run through you. I think he could play running back, probably in the SEC or at least at the D1 level, but I think Georgia likes him at linebacker. He's built a long, trusted relationship with Glenn Schumann, who has pumps out linebackers left and right. Roquan Smith, Nakobe Dean, Channing Tindall, Quay Walker, guys who are doing well in the NFL right now. Monty Rice, Tay Crowder. If you play for Glenn Schumann, you're going to develop, and you're going to have a real chance of not only playing in the NFL, but being a first rounder. Grayson Howard was a four-star linebacker from Jacksonville who recently put Georgia in his top 5. He was there this weekend. So Coach Schumann, Sammy Brown in the 24 class, and Grayson Howard, another big-time linebacker from Florida that Georgia's going after. We're all in the group, and I was told that they won the scavenger hunt finding Coach Smart in Athens this weekend. So, this is always a time for the coaches to build a bond with the players and the family. I know Jayden Wayne had a lot of family members from Washington in town. Sammy Brown, a local kid, knows all about Georgia. Daniel Calhoun was their big, massive offensive lineman, number 4 prospect in the state of Georgia, in my opinion, for that 24 class out of Centennial High School in Roswell. He was there. Coach Searles was there at Centennial watching him practice recently, got him back on campus, and he's a player I really like. Jayden Davis, a quarterback out of Charlotte, one of the top 2024 quarterbacks in the country. was back in town. He's held the Georgia offer for a long time now. We actually went to go see him a little bit before the Georgia-Clemson game last fall. That previous night we went to watch him play because we were told he's really good, and the Georgia staff really likes him. So he's another guy to keep an eye on who is in town. So while June is the big month, all the big-time targets, especially in the 23 class, they're going to be taking their official visits in June. This previous weekend was a really, really big deal. I was told these guys were going to be there in early May, but I didn't expect so many guys in the 24 class to be there. But always, I mean, the sun is out. Athens is a great town, and these kids get to see that through the scavenger hunt that they do every year. So Jayden Wayne, I think the guy who told me that Georgia is definitely at the top of my recruitment. There's a big story about him and more what he likes about Athens and the coaching staff and where Georgia is in his recruitment. Obviously, I shared that with you in this video, but all of that and more is over on Dog Post. But I think that could come down to Georgia and Alabama. I think he's ready to come play down in the South. Who wouldn't, right? Coming and playing from Washington, doesn't play against elite competition over there, but he wants to play against the best. He wants to play in the league. If you're a defensive lineman, especially an edge defender, you want to play in the NFL. Georgia and Alabama are the top two schools that can get you there. And we saw what Georgia did in the NFL draft. Trey Scott is going to be able to handpick this class, I think, if he wants. If you have a committable spot in this class, I think a lot of guys are going to jump on that this summer. So, Trey Scott got his guys on campus, some of his guys on campus this past weekend, trying to close the deal with them, get them on board as commitments. And I think that, probably I could see 2 out of the 3 official visitors that were there this past weekend. I could see them suiting up for Georgia. They're still after James Smith, 5-star from Alabama, Jamal Jarrett, big, massive 4-star from North Carolina. They're still after plenty of Vic Burley is another guy from probably the best defensive lineman in the state of Georgia, in my opinion, from Warner Robins. He'll be on campus, I believe, the second week of June. I'll have to go back. There's going to be a giant official visitor list every weekend over on Dog Pro soon. That's something I've been working on for a minute now. But this past weekend was huge, and the Georgia Bulldogs could be leading for one of the top edge defenders in the country, 5-star Jayden Wayne. And don't miss out on all the rest of the inside recruiting soup that we have over on Dog Post. Go check it out, guys. Thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I will see you over on the website.